Welcome everybody to OCD Hi-Fi Squirrel. The squirrel is running around doing backflips. And here's what's going on. Okay, so recently, I've known about these for a while. What this is this is currently one of the most, it's considered to be the best hi-fi audio plug that there is in the marketplace. Some people would argue that there's some more, but I think the general consensus is that this is the one. It's the Furutech FI-50 NCF R. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, so NCF is their newest version. That means that there are some minerals that they put into this plastic, into the polymer, okay, that make it, give it some special properties for audio. Now, I can only guess. C is for carbon, and there's carbon black. Of course, you put carbon black in any plastic. It's the most common way to make it static free. So that's what I imagine. There's some carbon black. F probably stands for ferro something or other. So there's probably a ferromagnetic in here. Possibly. I don't know if they pitch ferromagnetic. They say something about infrared, far infrared. So that means, I know what mineral that is. I'm not going to say it because it took me a while to figure that out. And I use it in my cables. But anyways, and I have no idea what that is. But the bottom line is they put some minerals into this plastic, so it's a more advanced polymer than a normal plastic would be. Okay, and then these are copper with rhodium plated. Okay, so they're solid copper with rhodium plating. And then this, of course, is beautiful carbon fiber with stainless steel. So stainless is nice because it's non-magnetic. And it's certainly a gorgeous connector. It's heavy, it's beautiful, it's luxurious, it's cool. It's $380. So, at that point I go, how important is something looking all blingy on my gear? I guess to some people, man, bling is cool. To me, I guess I'm sort of past my Versace clothes and crap like that. I used to have those, by the way. It's so stupid. I bought a whole outfit, and I walked into a place one time, like all in my Versace, thinking I was so cool, and people looked at me like they were disgusted, like, what a dick. And I was like, wow, that's not what I wanted from these clothes. I wanted to be cool. So I learned my lesson on that. Anyways, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I will make a cable up with a pair of these. Okay, and it's going to be one of our, one of the foil cables with pure copper, pure silver. And we're going to make one up with these ends, and then I'm going to make one up with this. It's about the least expensive one you can get. It's industrial grade, yet it's hospital grade, which basically means it's held to a higher standard for grip strength. These are probably a little wider or something like that. It just makes it grip in there better somehow, so it doesn't yank out and, the guy dies. So, that's what these are. Hospital grade. It's an industrial grade, but a higher level. Now, I just showed you how what I do is I take the back of this thing, take it off, and then I pull out the pins, okay, the contacts, and I put them on my polishing machine, which is like a bench grinder, it's a bench wheel. And it shows you here, there's one that's like half polished. So you can kind of see, they really come true. They come really beautiful when you hit them with that polisher. So let's see if we can get that one. Yeah, so they're really, trying to get that angle there. Yeah, so they're really gorgeous once you get them polished. So I'm going to polish these puppies up, all three, and then I'll put them back in here. And then I can either epoxy them or something on the back. But what I will do then is I'll take this piece, well, it'll be like this one, okay, after it's done, but it won't have this on the back. And then I have some carbon fiber tubing in the other room. I'll cut a piece of carbon fiber, and then I'll set this, and the carbon fiber is just about a little bit bigger than this, or just fits around it. This will get set in a jig, and then I'll backfill it, okay, the carbon fiber tubing with my own mineral mix. Let's see if I have got some here. I'm going to make a different one because this one's a little coarse. But, this uses some, at least 4 different minerals. 5, I think, are in there right now. You can see the copper. There's a little bit of copper in there. That clear stuff is quartz, because that's piezoelectric, and that means that vibrates in the presence of a certain frequency of electromagnetic energy depending on the size of the crystal. And that means that it's energy that comes out of the power cord and goes into that mineral stuff, or into the quartz, meaning, okay, if noise is at that same frequency, you're pulling the noise out. So that's how I do that. And that's the same idea as the NCF in here. It's just done a different way. I don't mix it into the plastic, of course, because I'm not that wealthy. I'm not a huge company. So I just pour it into, I put a carbon fiber tube, and then I backfill it with that mineral mix, which I put in a, with epoxy in there, and I make like a potting compound, and basically backfill this puppy. And then I'll have like, whoops, here's what I do with, this is a pure silver rod, and this gets soldered with silver solder straight onto the contact pin itself. And then so this part that I just dropped, but this will have the 3 rods sticking up out of the carbon fiber tube, and then I'll backfill it. So in the end, it'll be backfilled with epoxy, the potting compound, and then have these three of these rods sticking out. And then I can go ahead and attach those to the foils, and we're in business. So and then we'll do a comparison, and I'll videotape it, and we'll listen, and let's see if we can hear any difference between these. Like, the people are so crazy about this on the forums and stuff, that they actually think that you can use crappy wire, like just regular old wire, and put these on there, and that it makes the cord, like it makes it a hi-fi cord, which is, to me, ridiculous. But hey, I'm open-minded. Maybe I can be proven wrong, and we will all listen to it together. And if I'm wrong, I will, say I'm wrong. So we'll do that. That's my next thing, is to vet these dang $380 connectors. So that means what? Okay, so almost $800 of each cord. That's what just for these connectors. You add $800 to the price of any cable that has these. So what's happened is, people that are savvy to that don't have any game as far as a cable design, they're going to just put some regular old cable in here, and then and then maybe put this thing for sale for, I don't know, what, $1,400 or something. And then people go, ooh, what a good deal, a $1,400 cable that's got $800 worth of connectors. Hey, that's one way to sell, but not mine. I'd rather innovate. And so I want to see what these are all about. Let's put it to the test, okay? What I think is, I think I can make a cable with the hospital grade and use my minerals, and I think I can make something that sounds better than this, or at least as good. Let's see if I can or not. Maybe I'm too egoic for that, but I like to put things like this to the test, because, as you know, hi-fi is full of a bunch of stuff that may or may not be truth. So I'm a truth seeker in this whole thing, and y'all are along with me to find out the truth. So anyways, Furutech, killer brand, man. I really like these guys. It's my favorite for connectors. But, I want to get to the bottom of this $380 thing. And really what prompted me is people thinking that this makes a power cord. Let's prove that wrong if we can. All right, everybody. This is just the first part. We will get to the rest later, and we'll do the listening. All right. See ya.